I was sitting there like, this is crazy. Like, this is my product. And I just randomly stumbled upon it out in the wild. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Tim. I've sold over $60 million worth of Amazon private label products in the past 5 years or so. And I'm here to bring all that experience to you so that if you're interested in getting started, you know how to do it, all right? So hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know whenever a new video drops, and also hit that like button. All right, so in today's video, we're going to talk about one of the huge benefits that I've seen from running an Amazon business. And it's not really one that I was entirely focused on when I first got into this business. It wasn't even something I was thinking about. Now, let's rewind real quick before we get into that. You know, one of my favorite entrepreneurs is Elon Musk. And there's a lot of really amazing entrepreneurs. He's one that really comes to mind. And it's because he's been able to do two things. One, yes, he's a very financially successful entrepreneur. But second off is that his purpose for his business is to make the world a better place, all right? Is to improve people's lives. And when you can do both of those things, make a good living and also really help people, it really is like the best of both worlds, okay? So you look at Elon, what's he trying to do? He's trying to go to Mars. He wants to, because he says things like, you know, the future of the planet Earth isn't looking so good. So he wants to have, you know, a plan B, right? And we see his purpose in that, okay? Now we also see that he has started to make all these electric cars. And if you've seen any interviews with him, he really goes on to say like, you know, I could have done planes. I could have done all these different things. I have tons of ideas. But I saw that cars is what will make the biggest impact, right? Because so many people use cars, and that's one of the things that cause the most pollution, carbon footprint, all of that. So if he can solve that, it would have the longest reaching effects. And then he's gone about like really enjoying making these different cars and products, you might say. And you can see that it's not just this thing that he's like, oh, I just got to wake up in the morning and do this thing. The way he makes his products, like, every single Tesla has these Easter eggs, they call them, where it's like hidden special things within them, where the car can either like dance, play music, have secret video games. You can tell he like really enjoys making his product, but then also it's helping so many people. Now, why do I tell you this story? It's because one of the amazing things about selling private label products on Amazon is you can have a similar impact, right? Now, you may not come to market with a product that's going to change the world like Elon's Tesla or solar or all these different ideas he has, or internet for the whole human race, right, with his different satellites that are going up. However, you can have a product, right, that brings a smile to someone's face, that someone finds real purpose in using it, right, and it makes their life a little bit better. Now, I never really thought about this at all when I got into selling on Amazon. I just thought like, cool, probably like most people is like, this sounds like an amazing way to make a living. It's a scalable business model. It's exciting. It feels kind of like a video game, but I never really thought about the human element so much, right? And as I've progressed in, you know, my business and, you know, grown in like my evolution as an entrepreneur and doing this business, you start seeing other interesting facets of a business, kind of like a diamond. There are so many different facets, and depending on how you hold it up, you'll see a new one, okay? Well, I want to talk about this one facet and why it's so unique and what kind of like experience I had with it. So it had been about 3 years now that I'd been selling on Amazon. I had quite a few different products. Some of them were selling thousands and thousands a month, right? And in my only interaction with, you know, the customer was basically like they'd leave a review, or maybe they'd send a message, or I would just see the sales coming in, right? And so I would just refresh, see sales come in, see profit, all this cool. And it was very like a disconnected feeling from the end user, right? Because it's not like I'm seeing them buy the shirt or something and try it on and then like be like, look at me in the shirt, right? You're not that up close because you're kind of detached when it comes to like an online business. So there I was in Vegas, and I was with some friends and family, and we were like in this boutique area where it had all these really cool shops, right? And we're walking, and I noticed in the window a product or a product that I sell. Right now, there's a lot of people who sell these different products, and my first inclination is like, oh, that'd be so cool if that was my product, right? It's in the window, all these different things, and I said, okay, I just got to check, right? So we went into this boutique store, and I go up and I look at the product and I look on the back, and there is my logo, and that's when it hit me, like, wow, this is my product in the flesh, and I'm holding it, and this business owner bought it to use it. And it was such like a unique feeling, and it wasn't something that I even really was like thinking about on a regular basis, about like my product going into all these different houses and businesses, and somebody finding a great use for it and really enjoying it and having an impact either on their business or their life. But all of those thoughts came rushing in as I got to see this, right? And so I was sitting there like, this is crazy. Like, this is my product. And I just randomly stumbled upon it out in the wild. And this person had all these other ones to choose from. They chose mine. And I can tell they've been using this thing for like a couple years now. And I went over to the desk and I said, hey, who owns this place? And I want to talk to like the owner. And I was just so excited that I literally just told the owner, I was like, cool, I own this brand, and I have all these different styles of this thing. You can just pick 10 out, and I'm just going to send it to you. Like, because I was so excited that I finally got to meet somebody who owned one of my products, and I got to see them in person. I got to see it in use, and it was such like a unique feeling. I hope that every single Amazon seller gets to feel that one day. But when I was doing the math on it, like how crazy is it to be able to see this? I realized like, seeing somebody with that product, there was actually a very high likelihood that it would be my product. Because when I look on Amazon and I looked at everybody who sells of those, I was always one of the top 3 out of like 50 plus people selling this type of product. And if I've been selling thousands and thousands a month, and since Amazon is like the #1 online place that people shop for everything, then whenever I see a product that looks like or looks like that exact type of product, there's a very, very high chance that it is mine. All right, so rewinding back though, when we talked about Elon Musk, what made him so interesting and unique is because he was able to accomplish 2 things. 1, create a business, but 2, create a product that really can impact people. And there's not too many businesses like that out there where you actually can produce a product yourself. Like, this is yours. It's not someone else's thing that you're selling to them. This is your product that you've thought of, that you've researched, that you've done all the tweaking of the sample and then manufactured and did all the branding, that someone then says, I want that product. They buy it and they use it. All right. And so nowadays, when I look at the end of a day of my sales, and let's say today, if I look on my phone right now, let's see here. When I look on my phone right now, I can see that we've already, like when I refresh it here, I'll do this, I'll refresh it, right? I can already see at the top 849 units sold, okay? 23,000 already, it's only 11 in the morning. 849 units, 21 million the last, 12 months. But each time I refresh this, right, and it'll just keep jumping, that's 849 units by 11:14 a.m. That's 849 households or businesses that have my product. That's bringing a smile to someone's face. That's impacting their life in a good way, right? And that I can feel like, yes, I am making a living off this, right? But also I'm providing a product, not someone else's product, but my own product, my own brand that's bringing a smile and impacting somebody's business, their family, their life in a positive way. So there are a tremendous amount of benefits when it comes to having an Amazon FBA private label business. You have something exciting to wake up to every single day. But I wanted to today make you think about this one aspect, because many people, one of the biggest things, like especially as you get older in life, you want to have an impact, right? You want to leave a mark. And it's very hard sometimes to leave an impact or a mark if your tentacles only reach out so far. Like whether, let's say you have a 9 to 5 job and maybe you're like myself and you just worked at a grocery store or something like that. Like, yeah, you can make an impact by you have this like little chance of speaking to someone here and there, but that's kind of it, right? But think of the impact you can have and how many lives you can change or adjust or improve, and smiles on faces, whether it's parents, young people, mothers, family, siblings, best friends, because people sometimes buy your product as a gift, and you get to think of the happiness that gets on their face of the person who's receiving the gift because of all the time you put into it. And you have that ability, right? And if you are a current Amazon seller right now, think of it this way too. Instead of just like, I made XYZ amount of sales, I made this much gross sales, I made this much profit, cool, moving on, let's scale. I want you to also think at the end of the day, how many lives have you impacted, right? How many people are having smiles on their faces? How many businesses are better off? How many households are happier? How many people are more productive, or whatever it is that your product does? Because you decided that I want to start this business, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to provide a great product to somebody, all right? Now, the exciting thing is people are always going to need products, and they're always going to continue to buy. And we have the opportunity to bring something amazing to them, to find a product in the market, right, that a lot of people like, but for some reason, nobody has fixed this one thing with it or made it in the way or the color or the shape or the size that a lot of people wish they could have. And so there's this gap, right? This gap in the market. And that's one of the exciting things I also look forward to when I'm doing my own product research. I view it not only just like, how can I make money, but there is a gap that the market is hoping and wishing that something would come and fill it, and nobody's filling it right now. And I have the opportunity to go out there, find out what the people want from the market that they're not already getting, bring it to them, and then when that is there for them and they purchase it, bring smiles and excitement and laughs and gifts to other people. Why? Because I decided to solve that problem. So, do you want to be like a miniature Elon Musk, doing a twofold type thing where it's like, yes, cool, amazing business model, exciting, some innovation, but two, also making people's lives better? That's one of the many benefits of having a private label business. So again, you haven't gotten started, we're always here to help. There's always a link down in the description if you want to learn more. And if you've already gotten started, congrats to you for taking this step, pushing your boundaries and betting on yourself and your future. And don't forget, you Amazon sellers, that you are actually impacting people's lives. So bring great products to market, have a huge impact, and I'll see you guys next week in the next video. See you guys later.